You know what fast car is?
Hey, everybody, welcome into our final installment of the virtual fan day for Kentucky football here in this most unusual of years. Normally, you guys would get to go out to the stadium, get your posters signed, your footballs, etc. Can't happen this year, so we've made a bit of a compromise. And this is our final night of bringing in a different group of guys each night to take your questions. So you can post those on the Kentucky Football Facebook or Twitter pages. And coming up tonight, we have for this first session Max Duffy, Yusef Corker, Matt Ruffalo, and Cedric Dort Jr. So happy to have all you guys here with us. We'll just go quickly around the horn before we start taking questions. We'll start with Matt. Just tell me what you guys are feeling, how excited you are to get this thing started, etc.
Yeah, we're very excited to get going next week up against Auburn. Obviously, it's going to be a formidable opponent, but hopefully we can start off the season with a positive and just excited to be going because for a lot of the time this year, we weren't sure if we were going to be playing or not. So we're really happy to be out there. We hope the fans are happy we're out there too, and hopefully we can now produce on the field.
Let's go to Yusef. What are you feeling right now as the season approaches?
Well, after today, we really prepared for Auburn today for most of the practice, and I feel pretty good for what I saw there for the defense, and we just ready to go and ready to how good the defense is.
A little problem with Yusef's feed there. We'll try to come back to him in a minute. Cedric Dort, what about you?
I feel pretty confident. The team feel pretty confident. Definitely the defense. We feel pretty confident as the season about to start. We just ready to get after it.
And Matt Ruffalo, you'll be the last one.
Yeah, no, I'm just really excited with all that's been going on and postponing the season a little back. I'm just really excited, and I think everyone else on the team is really excited just to get back and get out there and play some football.
All right, well, let's start taking questions. You can send those in via Facebook or via Twitter. First one's coming in for the kickers. Max or Matt, any cool special teams trick plays that you guys have ready? Probably not going to unveil those, but do you have some tricks up your sleeve?
We probably do, but yeah, we're probably not going to unveil them on this show. Matt's going to try making some kicks this year, which is going to be a trick play for us as kickers. But he's done really well so far. He's actually going really good, so we're looking forward to going and having a lot better season with field goal kicking. I think we've had our best fall camp since Austin McGinnis's freshman year, if I'm correct. So Matt's done really well. So we're looking forward to special teams this year, and hopefully we go really well.
Matt, what's your range now?
I've hit a 64-yarder before off the sticks, but overall, like with a hold and everything, like in game, I'm pretty confident from 55 and in.
That's a little better than last year, right?
Oh yeah.
What'd you do to extend your range?
I hit that weight room. Me and Duffy hit that weight room real hard, and just got that leg strength. I've had it in me, but I think confidence really has increased this year with me.
Okay. Let's go to a question. Again, these are coming in off the Facebook or Twitter feed from KY Cats. Just a comment. Corker all SEC. You'd like that, right, Yusef?
Oh, of course. Ain't that right, Amira?
Who's your friend there?
This is my daughter. She turned 11 months today. So.
Oh, cool. She is
yeah, I'm supposed to be feeding her dinner right now, but she wanted to hop on the video.
Well, she looks very comfortable. Very comfortable in front of the camera. All right, let's go to our next question. And this is one of two sessions, by the way. If you're just tuning in, we'll have a second session as we've been doing the last couple of nights with another group of guys. This question comes in from Aaron, asking you guys to sum up your feelings about playing all SEC games, and if you could do it in one word, she asks. So we'll go around the table. Cedric, all SEC schedule.
Money.
All right, Matt.
I'll go with excited.
Max.
I'll go with undefeated.
Ooh, I like that. You said
Opportunity.
All right, those are good. Thank you, guys. Again, send in questions via Facebook or Twitter, UK football accounts. By the way, the new yearbook from the UK Sports Network went digital today. You can see details about that at ukathletics.com. And you should check out the new nightly show on UK Athletics, BBN Tonight, that is airing on WLEX TV in Lexington. And you can, again, go to ukathletics.com or the LAX website. Find out more about that, where you can see it if you're not in the Lexington market. Next question comes in from Jake. It's for Matt. Are you related to the Hulk? If so, why do you spell your name slightly differently?
Okay, so what I've been told from my parents and my grandparents is that he's like our fourth cousin, and that he actually changed the spelling. I spell it O-L-O, and he spells it A-L-O. But apparently he changed the spelling.
We're talking about Mark Ruffalo.
Yes.
Who played the Hulk. All right.
Yes.
So there you go. All right. This next question comes from Barbara. What position did you guys play in high school? Yusuf, we'll start with you.
Believe it or not, I played corner high school. Really didn't play that much safety. And that was really it. I didn't play no receiver, no running back. It was a straight corner.
DB all the way.
Yeah.
Cedric, what about you?
Hey, Grandma. Yeah, I played DB. I played a little receiver. She should know that.
What about Max?
Well, we didn't play football, so I played point guard, or in AFL, I played centre half forward. So, yeah, try and work that one out.
And Matt.
Yeah, I was a kicker, but I was a JV linebacker my sophomore year, so.
Have to do a little bit of hitting there. All right. Next question comes in from Ross. What's one thing you've improved on the most in the off season? We'll go around the horn on this. We'll start with Cedric.
I'll say my confidence. My confidence really increased from last year, knowing the game plan and knowing the system. So that's one thing I mostly improved on this year.
Max, you had quite a year last year, but did you work on improving anything?
Yeah, always working on improving stuff. Hopefully, I can get better in every area. Consistency, kicking it longer, kicking it higher, all that kind of stuff. And hopefully this year I can lead a pretty good special teams unit. In general, we've been working really hard in the special teams with our kicking and our snapping. So they're all the guys are pretty young, and Matt's just starting out. So hopefully I can kind of show them a way a little bit, and we have some success.
Who's the new deep snapper this year?
Cade McGraw. So it'll be good to see him come out. He was in the wheel with the twos last year, so he had a bit of experience, but never got out there in the game. So it'll be really good to see how he goes this year. I'm really impressed with how he's gone so far, and hopefully he goes just as well in the games.
Yusuf, what did you work to improve on coming into this season?
For this season, just knowing other people's positions, not just mine, and eye control is a big thing. Reading pullers and relay tight ends.
And Matt, I guess would be increasing the leg strength.
Yeah, increasing leg strength and obviously confidence. I got a new snapper and puller this year, and gaining confidence in them, which they're doing a great job, and just gaining confidence in myself.
Yeah, your holder now is Max, right?
Yes, sir.
How's that going with the new holder, new snapper?
Snaps pretty well. The hold, it could be there. No, I'm just kidding. Max is doing a great job holding, and Cade's doing a great job snapping. I got confidence in both of them, and I think we're going to do really well this year.
Okay. Keep questions rolling in on Facebook and on Twitter. This one comes from KY Katz for the two DBs, Cedric and Yusuf. Hardest running back to tackle, hardest wide receiver to cover. Two-part question. Youssef?
They all pretty hard to tackle. I'm not gonna lie to you. I feel like they just a three-headed monster. They could do it all. I mean, they can run you over. They can hit you with a stiff arm. You know what I'm saying? Dead leg. They could do it all. And probably receiver. All our receivers really get it. I really guard the slot, so I do a lot of Cleveland. You know what I'm saying? You probably maybe the best one in the slot. Maybe Ali. You know what I'm saying? Maybe AB. So all of the receivers really doing a good job with just being open and giving us some work.
Okay, let's go to Cedric.
Yeah, just like Yusuf said, our three-headed monster, they crazy because they all got different things they're better at each other, you know. So, and the receivers, you know, they get better and better every day. So it gets competitive, man. Hardest running back tackle, it's hard. It's up there, but I don't know. It's all mutual. It's all mutual for me.
Okay.
It's all mutual for me, I have to say.
Thank you, guys. All right, let's go to our next question. Comes in from Luke. Does Max Duffy think he's funny? Where do you want to go with that?
Luke's sitting in front of me in my room. He's one of my housemates, and he keeps laughing at everything I say. So clearly he thinks I am. I hope everyone else does too, because my jokes are pretty average sometimes. But we're about to chuck on the Browns-Bengals game and watch that one. So he's telling us to hurry up.
Yeah, Thursday Night Football coming up here in just a bit. More questions on Facebook or Twitter. Send those in. We've got one more that came in early. This one's from Gabriel, asking you guys to define individual success for yourself and what team success would look like. So, Youssef, let's start with you.
My fault. Can you say the question again?
What would Gabriel wants you to define what you think individual success is like for you, and then what would team success look like?
Well, I really don't care about individuals. As long as we win at the end of the day as a team, is good enough for me. Whether I have a pick or any tackles, I mean, it don't really matter. Stats to me or individual stuff to me really doesn't matter.
All right. Cedric, how about you?
I'll say individual. The individual success is really having confidence to go out there every Saturday and just knowing you belong there. And all the individual accolades comes from the team accolades. So as far as the team goes, that's how far you go. Team success is just winning for real. Just winning, becoming a brotherhood every weekend and every day, as long as we with each other.
Matt, what's a picture of individual success and then team success for you?
Individual success for me is obviously doing my part, playing my role, and then in turn that leads to our team being successful.
And Max?
I guess team success means I'm not on the field, so that's usually the main part of it. And then if I am, I just got to do my part and make sure that when I get a chance to go out there, I make sure I stand it up for the defense and giving those guys a chance.
Okay. Let's go to Michael. His question: who is the fastest player on the team? Cedric, who would be the fastest player?
I have to give it to Brandon Echols. Brandon probably the fastest on the team to me, as in top speed.
Youssef, anybody to add to the list?
I feel like we gotta have a race. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm pretty up there. It's probably me. You know what I'm saying? D-Rock, Brandon's up there. Quandre up there. Tisdale up there. And Tay-Tay.
Tay-Tay, okay.
And Fat pretty fast too. Yes, so Fat.
Yeah, Fat got some speed.
And that's Calvin Joseph, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Got Kelvin, Devontae Robinson, DeAndre Square, Jamin Davis coming up in our second installment for this evening. Let's get another question coming off the social media from Rick. Anybody that's been a surprise during fall camp so far? Max?
Well, with the special teams, we've kind of done our job, which has been good. Jack Varga's been really good blocking. His backup tight end's been absolutely smashing people over, so that's been great. Drake was a bit of a surprise. He came in looking skinny for once, so that was good. But besides from that, we're all doing our job and making sure we're ready to win.
Matt, what about you?
I got to go with Max. He's been my surprise with holding. It kind of shocked me how good he is at it, so it's definitely got to be Duffy.
Yusuf, anybody caught your eye?
Really, all the young DBs caught my eye, especially during the scrimmage. Coming in as a freshman, you want to see if they're going to be able to hit or not. And they did all 3 scrimmages. I mean, Joe, Vito, Ricky, Carrington, none of them scared. And Drew, none of them scared to hit. And so that's one thing that surprised me.
And Cedric.
Just like Yusuf said, the young DBs are the one that really surprised me is Joel and Vito. The way they punish people when they got the ball. And on the opposite side, everybody can agree on DeMarcus Harris. He's been a good deep threat for us, and he continued to shine week in and week out.
Yep, he's a name that pops up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
All right, see if we have any more questions. Here comes one from A. Koki. Who would you tell a recruit? What would you tell a recruit as far as why they should pick UK? Matt Ruffalo?
I think it's just a great place. I came in as a walk-on, and walk-ons, at other programs really aren't treated that well. Here at UK, everyone's pretty much treated the same, no matter if you're on scholarship, walk-on. And it's just an overall great experience, and the coaches take good care of you.
Yusuf, what about you? What would you tell a prospective recruit?
Yeah, like what Matt said, it's a family vibe. I mean, we have a great energy in the locker room, and the coaches really care about the players. Some coaches say it, but then when you get there, they really turn your back on you or really don't talk to you like they do no more. But all the coaches here, they really do generally care about their players.
All right. Thank you, guys. It's got a question from Conley. This one's for Yusuf. As a father of 2 daughters, there's nothing better than life, Conley says. How do you like being a girl dad?
Well, I only have 1 daughter, but I love it.
Well, I think he's talking about himself.
Okay. But as far as being a girl dad, I love it. I love it every day. Don't get that much sleep, but I still do love it, though. Just waking up, just seeing her smile, just playing with her. It really makes your day.
Can lift your spirits for sure. From Barbara, she says, "Happy birthday, Cedric. Is today your birthday?"
No, my birthday was 2 days ago, but appreciate you, Grandma. She already told me happy birthday. She just wanted to get you.
Belated happy birthday.
Yeah. Love you, Grandma.
All right. Let's go around the horn here just real quickly. Any funny stories, good memories from a fan day in years past? Max?
Not really. Specialist table doesn't get a lot of attention sometimes, or all the time. So not a whole lot for me. It is a shame that we couldn't do it this year, though. I really enjoy those days, and the days where practice we would have everyone watching. It's really fun. So hopefully some people can get to the games this year. I'm not exactly across what the limit's going to be, and it'll be good to see the fans on those days.
Yusuf?
I really don't have that many stories, but just at the end of the camp last year, we all went swimming at some pool and just watching people go off the diving board. It's pretty fun. People were scared. People were shaking on diving boards. So that was pretty fun. That was pretty funny, too.
Cedric, what about fan days for you? Any fun memories or good stories?
The funniest to me was the fan day last year when everybody came in. The DBs had nobody in their lines. The DBs had literally nobody in their lines. But I already guaranteed if Corona wasn't here and we had fan day this year, DB would have the longest line. So that's the funniest to me.
Yeah, well, you might have been right. DBs had quite a year. Matt, what about you?
I guess my favorite memory from fan day is someone had me sign a Christmas tree. Really random, and it wasn't actually the Christmas tree. It was like the box that the Christmas tree came in. But yeah, that was probably my favorite one.
All right, guys. Thank you all for coming in and joining us tonight. I know the fans have enjoyed this, and best of luck when the season starts next weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right. We have another group of guys coming in for our final installment of the Virtual Fan Day presented by Clay Ingels, and we have a short video for you, and then we'll get back to our second session.
During the game, we kind of like, I wouldn't say we were in a dogfight, but we kind of like, we just like working out a lot of the kinks of the defense. It's the first game. lot of new faces out there. So we just kind of playing as it goes, and I'm trying to fill out the game. I'm making plays here and there. This drive, like they're kind of driving the ball a little bit, and like in your head, like you thinking like it's time to like make a play.
Trying to capitalize on those big plays.
I knew it was a blitz, and I had to come up and get the back, but the back was blocking. So when the back blocked, then we get a free shot at the quarterback. So once I seen the quarterback roll out, and it was go time after that. I didn't want him to get to the sideline and get out, and I wanted to get a sack.
Pressure coming, sack. Forced Bradley out of the pocket, and DeAndre Square finished him off.
DeAndre Square showing out here today versus Toledo.
After I made the play, I just thought about everything I did before that. And it all added up at some point. I really don't celebrate like that, but I couldn't hold it in much longer, and I just had to run. I just had to go.
It was the third quarter, and I remember it was a pretty hard-fought game. We didn't want to, of course, we never want to lose to them. I remember the back was a little child wide, and my immediate thought at the snap of the ball was that it was going to be a right now screen to him. So when I seen that I came through so free, I was like, I might as well keep going. What's the point of slowing down?
Tackle, sack. Jamin Davis came through clean and gets it back at the 25-yard line. Loss of 10. Louisville fans have to be furious about that sequence.
Oh, it meant a lot. Definitely. A lot of people take that game personal. It's a big rivalry, of course. So it happened so fast. I'm like, yeah, I'm finna get my first sack, and I'm not gonna miss the layup, as Coach Summer always said.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into our final session of the Virtual Fan Days for this week. We're presented by Clay Ingels. We appreciate them helping make this happen. Appreciate you guys tuning in. You can post questions on the Kentucky Football Facebook page or on the Twitter page. And with us for this session, we have linebackers DeAndre Square and Jamin Davis, and defensive backs Kelvin Joseph and Devontae Robinson. So thanks to all the guys for coming in to visit with us. Send in your questions on those platforms. We also have some questions that have come in from others. Let me get you guys to start with one that has been asked, I think, every night of these sessions, and we'll go around the horn. We'll start with Devontae, asking, fans have been curious as to players that are maybe a little under the radar or that haven't gotten a lot of buzz yet that you think have made a big impression or that could make an impact this fall. Devontae?
One that's really stood out to me is DeMarcus Harris, because, he comes to practice every day and he's always doing extra stuff after practice. And I think he's going to have a really big season this year.
DeAndre Square.
I'm probably going to say Vito Tisdale. He brings a lot of energy to practice, and he seems like he's learning pretty well and he knows what he's doing.
Let's go to Jamin Davis.
I would say DeMarcus Harris as well. He seemed like he came a long way as a player within the last year or so, and I'm just excited to see what he's going to do this year and surprise the world. So.
And Kelvin Joseph, your thoughts on that question?
I'm going to say the DBs really as a whole, like the freshman DBs, because like they taking the challenge just by learning this with what's all going on and just.
Okay. Let's get the questions rolling in. First one's coming from Conley, and it's for Kelvin. He says, welcome to the BBN. Happy to have you here in the Bluegrass, and wondering if Coach Stoops calls you Kelvin Joseph or Boss Man Fat.
he only called me fat. He don't call me Boss Man Fat. He'll do it. He'll overdo it.
Where does that nickname come from?
Come from my family. Like, I was just kind of chubby when I was a baby, and it just stuck. Yeah.
All right, that's good. That's one we haven't had before. This one's from UK Football Heart, and DeAndre. First play where you could tell the player that you were and would grow into, and I guess maybe you first realized you had the ability to get to this level?
Talking about like back in high school.
Yeah.
Probably it was my first game as a sophomore, and I had I had 2 interceptions and 10 tackles, and ever since that day, I knew I can play D1 ball.
Okay. More questions coming in via the Facebook and Twitter page, and also we had some questions that came in earlier. This one's from Sophia. What part of the team's culture do you guys like and find easy to buy into? Jamin, we'll start with you.
I would say off rip, it's a real open family atmosphere, so it's easy to get along with a lot of the guys in the locker room, and it'll just make it more feel like it's home. So.
Devontae?
I'd say the same thing as Jamin because, we're all like brothers in there and we all get along. And there's not like anybody you can't go to and talk to in the locker room.
DeAndre?
Yeah, I say the same thing. We like a player-led team, and it seems like everybody trusts each other. So, it makes it easy.
And Calvin?
Yeah, I feel like we all bond together as one, and we can talk about anything, share our thoughts with anything that's going to make us better as one. Like, we all need to express how we feel, and we all should be able to accept it. Like, not just accept anything, but just respect each other.
It seems like this team's very, very close. Do you feel that too, I assume?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, let's go to another question. Oh, came in last night. This was a good one. Favorite uniform combo that you guys like? DeAndre, what's your favorite?
Probably the all white with the chrome helmet.
I'm sorry, I lost you for a second, DeAndre.
I said the all white with the chrome helmets.
Okay, good look. That was the look in the Citrus Bowl. Let's go to Devontae.
I'd say the all blue with the all blue helmets.
And Jamin?
I would say the all white with white helmets, like all white everything.
White helmets too?
Yep.
Okay. And then Kelvin, you will be in the uniform for the first time this fall. What's going to be your favorite one to wear, do you think?
I like the black uniforms. I feel like we need to bring them back. We got to have a throwback game. So.
Okay. All right. Keep the questions rolling in to Facebook or Twitter. This one's from KY Katz asking for Devontae, are you 100% recovered from your injury?
Yeah, I'm 100% recovered from my injury. I feel good, and I'm just ready to be back out there with the guys.
All right. More questions coming in. This one's from Barry. Who's the best in the Call of Duty video game? Devontae.
I say I'm the best. I'll take on anybody on the team in COD. That's my game. That's all I play.
Jamin, you agree with that?
No, not at all. Not at all. You won't even see me, man. Not at all.
We can 1v1 anytime.
I'm like 1.8 for real, though. Like,
who gets your vote, Damon? Jamin, who gets your vote for the best?
Me.
You.
Me.
DeAndre?
I stay away from Call of Duty. I don't know.
Kelvin?
Oh no, I'm not sure. We all just gotta link up and put our skills together and see who lasts the longest.
Sounds like a challenge. Okay, more questions. This one's from Trayvon. Who's funnier, Jamin or DeAndre? Devontae, we'll let you take that one.
I'd say they both funny, but I feel like Jamin probably. Jamin just does some stuff and I just start laughing.
More questions from Facebook and from Twitter. Keep those rolling in. Also have questions that came in earlier. Here's another one of those from Steve. What are the similarities between college football and high school football? Let's start with DeAndre.
I would say for me, I came from like a team like where like we were really like it was like a college prep program. We had really good coaches, so I would say like everybody's like on the same mission. Like we still trying to get to like a greater level. Like in high school, you was trying to get to college, and now college, you're trying to get to the NFL. So I would say like the work ethic is like different, but it's like you still like trying to improve yourself to get to a higher level.
Kelvin, what about you?
Just by trying to reach that next goal, I feel like once you're in high school, we all just focus on just getting to the NFL, just completing our dream. And now that we're in college, we just focus on the next step, like for real, and just win the national championship.
Jamin, high school to college, what are the differences?
I would piggyback off basically what they just said. Everybody just working toward a similar goal, trying to be successful in life, and even if that is being in the NFL or not, everybody just have the same work ethic.
And Devontae?
I'd obviously say the same thing because in high school, you're working to get to college and get the best degree you can, and then you work in college to get to the NFL.
All right. Thank you, guys. Question from Johnny. Does Kentucky have the #1 secondary in the country? What about it, Kelvin?
There's no question. You ain't got to question that.
Devontae, agree, I assume?
Oh, yeah, I definitely agree. And we're going to prove it.
So Virtual Fan Week presented by Clay Ingels here at UKathletics.com. We appreciate all of you sending in the questions. Here's one from Barry. Wants you guys to talk about playing a schedule of 10 SEC games, nothing but conference games. Devontae, what about that?
I love it. I love the challenge. SEC is the best conference, so why not play the best teams?
DeAndre?
This is probably the best thing that could ever happen for us Wildcats. I mean, it gives a chance to finally silence all the doubters. So I mean, I love it.
Jamin?
I love it as well. I'm all for it. I just honestly can't wait to get out there and show the whole country what we all about and just go ahead and prove everybody wrong.
And Kelvin?
I feel like it's a challenge and better opportunity at the same time, so we can showcase our ability the best on best every Saturday. So we ready.
Well said. Thank you. Keep the questions coming. Here's one from Mindy. Favorite NFL team for you guys? Jamin, we'll start with you.
If I had to choose anybody, it would be the Los Angeles Chargers. Growing up, I was a big LaDainian Tomlinson fan, so definitely the Chargers.
Yeah, Devontae?
The Giants, and I became a Giants fan because when they played the Patriots, my dad's a big Patriots fan, and I always wanted them to lose. I kind of stuck with the Giants.
DeAndre?
I'd say the Tennessee Titans. Been a fan for about 4 years now.
And Kelvin, what about you?
Black and gold to the Super Bowl, man. Who that?
I'm sorry, did you say the Saints or the Steelers?
That's the New Orleans Saints.
New Orleans Saints.
Who that? Who that nation?
Nice win last weekend to get started.
Oh, yeah, we got to set the tone. That's how we trying to be next Saturday.
Let's get to another question that came in earlier today. This one, I believe, is from Austin. Yep. Talk about playing with guys like Cash, Daniel, Benny Snell, Josh Allen, too. Good stories or memories from those times. Devontae, what about you?
I'd say some good memories was going to the JC with Benny. We used to play basketball all the time, and even with football, he took basketball serious. And I always thought sometimes I thought it was funny, it's just a pickup game. Why are you taking it so serious? And with Cash and Josh, they're all good guys, and I just love hanging out with them in the locker room and talks with Cash. Sometimes he'd pick me up and take me to class because we had the same class. So they're all good dudes.
Jamin, any good stories?
I wouldn't really say I got a lot of good stories, but a guy like Cash is somebody I could always look up to, being that he was my roommate and whatnot. So me and him always were pretty close, and he was just always somebody I can just learn and be up under his wing. So.
Saw a little video. He took you fishing this summer.
Yeah, he did.
How'd that go?
It was pretty cool. It was really cool, honestly. We had been talking about it for a pretty long time, and we finally had got the chance to.
DeAndre, you played with some of those guys. Any stories?
Yeah. Josh Allen and Cash, my freshman year, they used to always pull me aside and they just try to keep my head like level because I was a young guy out there playing with like a bunch of older guys, and they just tell me that was like I was doing good, and just to keep it up, they tell me that like every other day, just so I can be straight and be good out there.
Saw on Twitter this week, DeAndre, the Cash was throwing a lot of praise your way for how you've transformed your body. What's different about the DeAndre Square we'll see on the field this fall versus last year?
I feel like I improved in every category. My football IQ, my size, speed. I feel like I'm gonna be a lot faster out there. I'm gonna know a lot more things. It's gonna be a totally different player.
All right, thanks. The next question comes from Casey. How much of an inspiration are people like Coach John Schlarman and Chris Oates to the team? Devontae?
They're a big inspiration because Coach Schlarman comes out to practice every day, and he's out there working in the sun when it's cold. He never leaves anything. And with Chris, we miss him being out there, and he was a baller, and like having that on your defense is just a plus. So we miss him and we love him.
DeAndre?
Just like what Devontae said, with Coach Schlarman, he's out there with us every day. I mean, no matter what the conditions are, so I give him high praise. And just with Chris, I mean, with him being a part of the linebackers room and us being so close, I mean, we go out there and practice every day as hard as we can because we know if he was here, he would do the same. And it's a tough loss right now, but we honor him every day by just going out there and being the best we can be every day.
Let's get a couple more questions here. I think we've got time. This one's from KY Katz. Hardest hitter in the secondary. Jamin, what do you think?
I'm going to have to say Yusuf on that one. Probably Yusuf. He always coming down here. So I guess we're going to see what Boss Man Fat going to do this year, too.
Well, let's go to the Boss Man. What do you think?
I'm going to say Yusuf because I ain't going to say myself. My safety better be hitting harder than the corner.
Devontae.
I'm going to say Yusuf, too, after that hit in the belt bowl.
And DeAndre.
Well, I'm going to give it to Yusuf.
Unanimous. All right. Let me get you guys to talk about, well, I think we're going to the question. Let's go to the question. Came in. This one's from A. Koki. Does Grove Street Party actually make you guys get as excited and as hyped up as it does for the fans? Devontae?
I would say yes, because just listening to that song, especially on kickoff, when I was on kickoff, just running down the field, you hear that song, it just gets you turned, and that makes you want to hit somebody.
Jamin?
Definitely. I mean, you got to have a lot of energy anyway to play this game. And just hearing that song, it just get everybody going. So that's just how I feel.
Let's go around the horn on this next one for you guys. Favorite memory or story, funny story, anything from a previous fan day? Devontae?
I don't really have any stories, but memories just like being from Lexington. So I see a lot of like old neighbors, and they remind me like I was your neighbor when you were like 5, and just coming up to me and just telling me like how much they know about me and my family, and seeing my family and just taking pictures with everybody.
DeAndre?
My freshman year was kind of funny. I was surprised by how many people like kind of knew my name and stuff. But Jordan Jones he's a funny guy, and he was just hyped that whole day. And it was just a funny day for him.
Jamin?
I want to say last year when we were sitting there waiting for the fans to come in and whatnot, and there was this one kid that came up to Cash, and he brought a box that had a whole bunch of bait and whatnot on there. He wanted Cash to sign. I just thought it was pretty funny that they brought any and everything in there to get signed.
And Kelvin, you haven't gotten to participate in the fan day. Unfortunately, didn't get to this year. But I'm sure you've gotten to interact with some of the Big Blue Nation. So just give me an impression of the Kentucky fans for the time you've been here.
I feel like they welcome me with open hands, for real. And since I've been here, it's been amazing, for real.
All right. Do we have any more questions coming in? There's one from Ant Parker. It says, "Who's the fastest linebacker?" Jamin?
Me.
DeAndre, are you going to agree with that?
I gotta see Marquez Bembry and Jamin Davis running a race. When they do, I'll give my answer.
Okay. Devontae?
That's what I was gonna say. Between Jamin and Bembry.
Kelvin, anything to add?
Man, square up there too. But Jamie and Bimmery, yeah, they just quick on their feet a little bit.
All right. From Robert, what's the biggest challenge you've all faced since you became a Wildcat? Jamin, we'll start with you.
I would say handling a lot of adversity. When I first got here, it was a little culture shock for me. It was just the whole red shirt thing, and then I got injured and whatnot. It was just a little different for me, but I just had to keep pushing, and now here I am.
DeAndre?
I would say probably just like gaining weight early on because they wanted to use me like early on in my career, and I was pretty small, and it was just hard like trying to put on that weight at the time.
Kelvin?
My challenge just, I don't know. I ain't really faced no challenge yet. It's just by just meeting new people, getting adjusted, really like just opening up and just talking.
And Devontae?
I'd really say the same thing as Jamin, like going through the injury and stuff. And freshman year, redshirt, trying to learn a new playbook coming out of high school.
All right, guys. Oh, that's one. We got one more. Oh, it's just somebody saying football time in the Bluegrass. So that's what you guys want to hear. I know you're ready to get going. It's been a longer than usual summer, and a week from Saturday you get to play. So best of luck this season, guys, and thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I want to thank all the guys that took time out of their schedules to come in and take part in this virtual fan week. Thanks to Clay Ingels for helping make it happen. Thanks to you guys for sending in a lot of great questions throughout the week. And keep tuned to all the social media platforms and the other sites on the web, etc., to follow the Cats. The openers a week from Saturday at Auburn. Next edition of the Mark Stoops Show on the UK Radio Network coming up on Monday night. WLAX here in Lexington. You've got a couple of installments of BBN Game Day coming up on Saturday morning, plus BBN Tonight every night at 7:30 Eastern Time. Thank you for joining us all week long, and we'll see you soon from the UK Sports Network. All right,